All right, and welcome back once again. Take two for tonight's live stream because every so often I get started and get going, and then I hear off in the distance somebody demanding my attention, even after I feed them and play with them and do all kinds of stuff. My little kitty cats demand attention, and since I haven't quite got my computer room cleaned up enough to where it'll be kitty safe, I have to keep them outside, which for the most part is not bad. But I've got one kitty cat in particular that is, well, shall we say, very needy. It is really odd having a house cat with separation anxiety. That's a new one for me. As you can tell, my live stream for tonight is more nostalgia driven, going back down Nostalgia Avenue after taking a ride onto it after going down memory lane. More, shall we say, toys from my youth. It's been a number of months now since the last time I did one of these streams, so I thought, well, I was clearing out storage earlier today. I thought, oh, this is as good a time as any to get back into this. And let's see, I'm situating my desk here. All right. Yeah, I can activate my desk cam here. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Oops, that's my microphone. There it is. Aha. All right. So, got a number of old Matchbox cars here and there. I've got, what do I have here? What is this? I don't think that was supposed to do that. Okay. Well, you can see one of the special toys for tonight. These things feel so fragile that I'm always afraid of damaging something while handling it. But Optimus Prime here, I'm going to set him aside. I'm going to set him, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set him right here for the time being. So yeah, Optimus Prime is off stage. And as you can see here, I've got a number of, they're not, well, some are Matchbox cars and others are knockoffs. I've got the Enterprise here. I can't tell what this is. I think it says Buddy L Corp Japan. And you open it up and you got some stuff on the inside of it. So this is kind of neat. I am really surprised something like that is in as good a shape as it is after so many years. Yeah. Some of these are going to get cleaned because they are dirty. So I've got some handy wipes here. I'm going to just do kind of a chill stream. Nothing really planned. How are cats like xenomorphs? They mostly come out at night. Mostly. All right, taking a few layers of dust off of it. So anybody that catches this stream, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight, whether live, lurking, or catching it on a replay. My Monday night live streams, late streams, have pretty much become completely random. I never really have anything planned for Mondays. My Wednesday night streams, I might be a little bit more organized on those, since I kind of get my week going and then kind of plan those out a little bit more. My Saturday afternoon streams, I'm really starting to have some fun with. All right. Cleaning those out. So as you can see, that there's a nice little chunk of plastic there. Have no idea about a date on this because there is not a real date for this. Not that I've seen so far, just looking it over. Oh, need to get the inside cleaned out. It's the sort of thing that kind of brings back memories, as always. This is kind of what I do with my nostalgia-driven streams, especially things I haven't touched in a good 40 years. All right. So we got that nice and clean and white. Going to set him to the side there. Let's see. This is Mattel. Looks like 1978. As my camera probably doesn't focus very well on it. This one's got a little viewport in the back that if you look through that, you see like a little scene of some rescuers on their way to like fix something, or it doesn't work anymore because it's all, I guess, fogged up or what have you. There's some things I look at and I'm just truly amazed that they have stayed together for so long since my childhood. Okay, that looks like some of the paint is coming off, but it is either paint or crud. There's kind of clean enough where you can see the inside of, I guess, the cockpit of this little vehicle, this Mattel toy six-wheeled rescue vehicle. I'll set him right there. This is another Hot Wheels. Good Time Camper. So there I was cleaning out one of my storage sheds, moving stuff around in storage. Saw this dusty, dingy box. Didn't really have a good label or anything on it. So I thought, okay, what is in this mystery box? I open it up, and there are all these toy cars in them. Just completely blew me away. Got a number of Hot Wheels, Tamiko. I really have no clue. There's Matchbox, Tamiko, Hot Wheels. Some that are so generic they don't even have a sticker on them or any kind of identifying label. It's the sort of thing I can't make out the date. Some of these have dates on them, some of them don't. I just pulled some of these out of the storage box they were in. I got really excited because it had been ages since the last time I touched any of these. And some of them I had just completely forgotten about. Some of these are odd knockoffs. They're not Hot Wheels, they're not Mattel or anything else. They're just marked, stamped, made in China. And that is it. That's the only identifying mark on some of these. Amazingly, the paint is still good on a lot of these. Some of them have not stood the test of time. Some of them I've played with quite a bit, and they show it. And this guy, oh, this is a nice Hot Wheels. This is Corvette Stingray, Mattel Incorporated, 1980 Hot Wheels. See if I can take off the first few layers of dust and grime. So I have a lot of these. I have some action figures, and I've got some very old, very well-worn Star Wars toys. I'm saving those for last, right after I go over the Optimus Prime there and Optimus Prime's trailer, because he comes with a trailer, which is really neat. Something I haven't touched in, I don't know, 30, 40 years. That one's kind of neat. Hmm. Okay, I kind of remember this guy here. This is a Mattel's, no, this is a Hot Wheels Space Racer. Trying to clean it up some. What looks like 1978, but I can't make that out. The paint part is still in great shape. It's always the plastic bits that don't seem to hold up very well. This says M8 Rescue. Let's see if I can get, if the camera can focus on that. Come on, camera, focus. And the underside, it has this little bit of yellow right here. And then when it looks like a little latch, I want to say, going by memory, this pops down like a little ladder or something, but I don't recall really, and I don't want to try forcing it. Because these are really, really old and kind of fragile. Very fragile. I'm just taking off some of the dust and grime on them. Toys I haven't played with since I was a kid. So I got that guy. I've got, what is this? This is another odd looking one. Another Hot Wheels Science Friction. Mattel Incorporated, 1977. I can't quite make out the rest of it on the underside. Thought it might give like a country of origin, country of manufacturer. There's a great deal of detail that was put into these cars, and I'm honestly surprised they were made so well that they could stand up to the abuse of kids playing with them, being thrown around, being thrown into boxes, whatnot. And still looking pretty good after all this time. Although it looks like something might have got melted right there. But if I can hold this up to the camera, and camera will not really do this justice. But there is a great deal of detail on the back of it. Some detail on the side, the front of it. Not a lot for my camera to focus in on, but that is what it is. A very little toy doggy. Going to set him aside. Haven't a clue what this guy is. Oh, okay. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. Yeah, it kind of goes. It doesn't really go much anymore, but way back when, there were these toys called penny racers. There it goes. So yeah, it's got some kind of spring mechanism that when you roll it back, it winds up the rear wheels and you let it go, and the rear wheels take off. And then it's got a little slot right here that you put a penny or a small coin in, and it makes it back heavy so it will pop a wheelie while it takes off. They were called penny racers. This one is not all that spiffy looking. I kind of remembered them being, I don't know, spiffier. If I roll the wheels back, you kind of see it take off. Looks like it has writing on the rear wheel, but of course I can't make it out. I keep telling myself, yeah, I should get a magnifying glass for small stuff like that. Oh, this is a matchbox. This is a matchbox tractor. Has certainly seen better days. Looks like another matchbox. Some of these have really been played with. So a lot of these, for those who have never really seen anything like this, these were die cast metal toy cars. And my kitty cat is demanding my attention again. Constant attention. I have a kitty cat that has separation anxiety. If I walk out of the room, she starts crying. If I go back in, she's content. She'll follow me all over the house except for my computer room, which is not kitty cat safe. And she lets me know that she does not approve. Yeah, she's crying her discontent. She'll calm down a little bit. Or not. Yeah, she settled down. Or not. So that's kind of a neat red. Going to set him aside. I don't want to mess with that one. That's too dirty. This one. Way too dirty. And I can't even make it out on the bottom. Looks like it got melted right there. Yeah, that was melted. But otherwise, the metal, it's metal. It's in good shape metal-wise, but the paint has seen better days. I'm going to set him aside. Matchbox. 19, looks like 83. Made in England. That's cool. Going to give some of these a quick once over. I'll set that one there. This one, I cannot tell what that is. It looks neat. Band-Aid, number 21. It says Monte Carlo across the front, which my camera probably won't pick up. It looks like it was a replica NASCAR vehicle. So this was really the thing for kids in the 70s. You went to school, you had recess, you would meet up in the schoolyard with your friends, playing with your toy cars. This is some kind of spaceship. There's the underside of it. It's just a thin piece of plastic. Yes, this is the front. This is the back. This is the top. There's the bottom. And I cannot make out anything on the bottom without a magnifying glass. It is oddly well detailed for a little toy ship. Some kind of odd looking spaceship. That's what this is as well. And this is like a little duplicate. I'm going to set those aside. I know. I'm going to get some bumper music playing in the background. I got quite a few things I was checking out, trying to work into my YouTube bumper music selection. That has something on it. What is this guy? It's vehicles like this that don't have any markings on the underside that I have absolutely no idea what they are. Looks like it says made in Hong Kong, and that's the only thing. Metal, not plastic. The underside is plastic. Okay. And it's got some glue or some gunk on it. Still really neat that I've had it for that long. Here's another one. Same thing, made in Hong Kong or some such thing. Got some light dust on it. Truly amazed that I found these and that they are in relatively good shape. Because when you think about it, when you're a kid playing with your toys, you don't care about what condition they're in. You'll abuse them, trash them, throw them around. For another cleaning wipe. These really are the kind of toys you would get out of a little vending machine, the kind that have like little plastic containers that would have little trinkets like that in it. You put in a few quarters and you get a little container of cheap toys. What is this? This is a Hot Wheels. I don't know why I have this. It's not a particularly exciting Hot Wheels. Citation X11 in mud brown. This is a Chinese knockoff. It's not anything. It's not Hot Wheels, not Matchbox. A replica of what looks like Porsche 928. Let's see. Oh. Kidco 1980. Look at that. Now this particular one is not I can't make this out. It's either a really good plastic or a really painted die cast metal. Hot Wheels. It looks like 1979. All right. I've gone through most of these. Okay, well, there's a few I want to clean up real quick before I move these aside and go on to the larger Star Wars toys. This Optimus Prime here. So yeah, I actually was kind of saving the best for last. Going over these old Hot Wheels. But still, given how old these are, they really have stood the test of time. Really, that's kind of amazing. I was blown away when I found these earlier today, just in a mystery box sitting on a shelf in storage. It's like opening it up. I can't tell you the memories that just started flowing back. All the memories. That one I've already cleaned. That one I've cleaned. I want to say there's something more to this, but I think I'm missing it. Just a bright red truck. All right, so this is neat. I'm going to set these aside. Well, that's kind of neat. Again, can't make out the date, can't make out the name of whatever manufacturer manufactured this mystery toy. Or I guess at one time it was meant to be like a little keychain, but there's no way something like this would stand up to being used as a keychain. Some very old, classic dark green army men. All right. So let's see. Might as well wipe this one off real quick. What is this? Okay. Tom, Tomica. Tamika. Oh, wow. Look at that. So you got Oh, and that still articulates a little bit. That is actually kind of neat. After all these years, that is in one piece. I am kind of blown away by that. $19.79, Tommy. And again, your little hook extends and retracts. I'm just blown away that it does that. It's really interesting that it still has all these little details to it. All right. Let's see. Where do I want to set these? I'm going to set these all aside and then get to the transformer I have. All right. All right. Okay. Okay here. This is not typical for my regular live streams. Usually I'm all over the place. But this is one of those Mondays where I don't really have much planned. This brings back a lot of memories, which is kind of why I do these nostalgia driven live streams. All the memories that come flooding back when I go over toys from my youth. All right. Set all of these aside. All right. Well, before I go into Optimus Prime here, I am going to give this guy a good cleaning. Now, if you remember this, you probably remember what movie this guy came from. Let's see, the little stabilizer fins still move up, down. These rotate, but that's all they do is just simply rotate in place. And then the head moves around. That's what the back looks like. So I'm going to grab a cleaning wipe here and give Maximilian a good cleaning. I don't know why I only have this toy. Well, I've got this toy, and then I've got a model of the ship from the movie. The main ship that I'm blanking on the name now, but what was it? The Cygnus? Oh, I forget. This was a very strange movie for Disney when it came out in theaters because it was probably a little too scary for kids. But even then, it was kind of amusing. There were bits of the movie. Even back then, I was watching it. I found myself thinking, "That's not how space works." Oh, I see in the chat. Hello, Lemon Pie. Thanks for joining me tonight. As you can see, Maximilian here, giving him a good cleaning because he had a lot of dirt on him from being in storage for many a decade. How's it going, Lemon Pie? How's everybody doing out there? Whether you're live, lurking, hope everybody's doing well. Well, that did a good job of cleaning. Ah, that's good. You doing all right? You're having a beer, having a adult beverage. All right. So Maximilian is all plastic. He's got writing on the back side that I cannot make out. Never saw Black Hole. It's not bad. It is so unlike any Disney movie, especially during that period of time. It was really odd having a movie like that being made by Disney. It's science fiction. Honestly, parts of it were kind of scary. It was kind of a kids movie, but was pretty scary at parts. And this is one of the main characters from the movie. His name is Maximilian. He doesn't walk, he kind of floats. He has like anti-gravity or what have you that he kind of floats around, and these arms kind of swivel around in place and they do different functions. At one point in the movie, he has a arm or a couple of arms that kind of swing out and then go forward, and kind of killed somebody with them, kind of rotating blades, that sort of thing. So yeah, kind of scary for a kids movie at that time. I'm going to set him aside. All right. Oh, little doggy. I'm going to set that guy aside. All right. Now it's time. If I can clean all this up without going all over the place. Now it's Optimus Prime time. Yeah, I actually own Black Hole on physical media. DVD, I believe I got Blu-ray as well. It's not bad, pretty enjoyable. If you've never seen it, might be worth checking out. All right, so this is the crazy bit right here, because not only do I have Optimus Prime, I have his trailer. All right, so I am. Oh, this is so. I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, how does this work again? Because every time I move these around, it feels like something's going to break. Like this does not feel. Well, the legs automatically go there. And this goes up, and that goes up. Okay, I can feel the plastic starting to give way, so I'm not actually going to attempt this. This has some age to it. But anyway, you kind of get the idea that Optimus Prime kind of folds back into his truck configuration, and then this kind of matches up with that. So you have the whole trailer going on here. I'm honestly amazed that I still have all this together. Except this plastic feels so thin. I'm not actually going to attempt folding the arms because I can feel the plastic. If I go too far, I think the plastic's going to break. And just moving the legs out, it's like, okay, those are not very strong. The feet go up like that. And he'll kind of stand. Well, not really. Yeah, there it is. So I'm going to leave him be. I think he's going to spend, I think he's going to stay comfortably on a shelf. Maybe in my library or my den. He'll stay on a shelf. It has been so long. I am honestly afraid to try to move these around because even just moving it like that, it's like, okay, is that going to break or no? This arm does not want to move. I'm not going to chance it. Anyway, Prime, I'm going to set him to the side because the trailer, that needs a cleaning. So this is the first time in, I don't know, 40 years that I have touched this, 30, 40, ever how long it's been. I am genuinely surprised the plastic is intact. It is weathered. It's like it's been not exposed to the elements, but it's got, it looks like it's might have been exposed to some heat. So this bit, if I remember right, plops down like that. It's broken there, so it won't stay in place. But this bit, let's see. There we go. This is actually for another toy completely. So yeah, this is intact. That feels like metal. Let's see if I can carefully clean this. Is it going to rub off any of the paint or grunge. No. Might have got rained on. Okay. Oh, wow. So one, that is some kind of very thin metal with very shiny paint on it. And the other one, that's not rust, but it feels like it's dirt and grime. Oh, what am I using to clean it? I am using baby wipes. I was figuring what is the safest way to clean old toys, and I was walking around my local grocery store, and I figured, well, if it's safe enough for kids, it's safe enough for toys. So all these are just basic water wipes. Let me pull one out. It's like a pack of 80 wipes. All it is, like water, feels like, oh, the packaging says aloe and vitamin E. Okay, so the toys are getting aloe and vitamin E. I'm sure that really helps them. I don't know what this does. Okay, I kind of remember something slid in here, and then you hit this, and something would launch out and down the little ramp. And then this guy, Lemon Pie is asking, would alcohol wipes work? Or that might be too harsh for the paint. Might be too harsh for some plastics as well, I'm thinking. This is crazy. So let me do this on the side so you can kind of get a view of what this guy is doing. That, and then this little manipulator arm. I'll flip it around to this side. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Well, spring is weak, but yeah, if the, I guess if it had a stronger spring, it would fly out. Oh, there it goes. Yep, that's neat. And then this opens up. I can't recall if there's any little transformer that went in there or not. You've got like a little microwave dish or a communication dish that slides up, moves around. First time in many, many decades that I have even touched any of this. This does not feel as fragile as the Optimus Prime felt. I'm going to see if I can gently move that back down. All right, there he is, back in place. So now, oh, did not clear. All right. Let's go back down a little bit more without ejecting that or that. As I take a water wipe. Okay, yeah, this is looking like rust. I was not expecting this. I was expecting decals, honestly. But this is some kind of foil or small, thin metal. That has a shiny paint on it. And since it's already cruddy looking, I'm not worried about messing up the paint. I'm just seeing if I can wipe any of the dirt and grime off of it, but it doesn't look like it's coming off. Nope. But it is good to get the dust and grime. Even though these were sitting in storage in a container in a storage building, they still get dirt and grime on them somehow. And that's not going right. All right. If I carefully, nope, that's not going down anymore. Well, it closed earlier. It was closed. All right, there it goes. And see a little bit right here where the ramp used to be, and then a bit of plastic broke off, so the ramp will not stay in place. Oh, and these guys swing out. So the sides plop down and the legs here swing out, keep the sides open. If I could move Optimus Prime back into his truck configuration fully, I'd like made them both up here and I'd show everybody what it would look like, but this guy is old. There are bits that, I don't know, that might feel like metal, like die cast. And then these are really thin plastic. So it is very odd. And then the head kind of flips around when he goes back into his truck configuration. I am genuinely surprised that this has not been torn apart over the years. All right, oops. Yeah, I think this got into some rain somehow. All right. The two last toys I have for tonight for my nostalgia stream are Star Wars related. Let me kind of clear my workspace here. All right, gonna find some place to set these aside. Optimus. I'm going to set him up on my computer desk here for the time being. All right. Now, for those of you who are old like me, you kind of remember Star Wars when it first came out. You're probably picked up some Star Wars toys for Christmas from your parents. You played with them in the backyard. You abused them. You threw them around all over the place. This, of course, has seen better days, but hey, I was a kid back then, having a blast. This one, I'd actually hosed down because it was pretty dirty. So I actually took a water hose to them earlier today and let them out in the sunlight to kind of dry off. I remember having the little plastic canopy here, but it was split in half. I may hop on eBay or someplace and try to find a replacement canopy. All right. So yeah, here is a. Ow, that's not wanting to go right. There it is. Oh, yeah. So yeah, battery compartment. Looks like two AA batteries. You put them in. You push it, and the little LED here would light up. You push R2 down. That makes the wings open up. Aha. Okay, so if I push them down and move this little well, I done forgot how that worked. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, on the back side. General Mills Fun Group Incorporated, 1978. And the rest of it I can't make out. Got a little landing gear right there. This guy is a survivor, I guess, because it survived my throwing it around the backyard for who knows how many years. Again, taking a wipe here, seeing if I can clean some of this grime off this. I'm really surprised plastic can stand the test of time. Well, some plastic. Of course, some plastic gets brittle and can crack easy. Some plastic seems to hold up better. Even if it does discolor, because that's what this has done right here. This is really discolored. I don't know what to do with this. I was thinking earlier in the day when I pulled this out of storage. I was kind of thinking about putting like I don't know. What do you do to plastic models? Primer coat, base coat, paint. It is so crazy that this plastic is still in good white condition. The rest of the plastic is yellowing. Yellowing, very discolored. I actually have seen, well, I haven't really watched them, but I know there's at least 2 videos on YouTube where people have taken these and restored them, restored the plastic to its original shiny, spiffy condition. For a short period of time today, I was even toying with the notion of uh, doing kind of a crossover toy with, of all things, Babylon 5. Crazy notion of mixing the 2 universes, like having uh, an X-Wing fighter, but with Earth Force or Earth Alliance coloring, the kind you would see on a Babylon 5 Star Fury. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy notion that went through my head at the time. It's like, yeah, I could repaint this to make it look like it belonged in a Babylon 5 universe. And talk about a crazy crossover. It is kind of neat. You can kind of see the detailing and the plastic. I can't really. My camera really won't focus. Well, it kind of focuses on the back end because that's got some detailing in it as well. That's kind of neat. And if I push down on R2, they're supposed to lock open, but I don't know how you do that. There's even detail on the plastic on the inside of the wings, which is kind of neat. I don't know if my camera will really pick that up, but that is kind of neat that there's detail all over. I don't think toys would be made like this today. I think if this X-Wing was made today, it would be quite simplistic looking. Oh, and these guys do pop off. So I can actually go in and clean the dirt off these. All it does is just snap back into place. It's kind of odd that the X-Wing is one color of plastic and these little doodads are another color of plastic. I guess that kind of fits though. Imagine just losing one of these and going, well, how do I get a replacement? I have not even thought about looking on eBay for like replacement parts. I want to get like a replacement canopy here. I imagine somebody somewhere will probably sell them. Surprisingly clean. Oh, hello, Dad Man. Thank you for popping in. You can't stay, was asleep. Oh, that's all right. The first half of the show was probably kind of dull because I was going over some old Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars. I was saving the best for the last. These are all toys I actually pulled out of storage earlier today when I was going through a storage building I have on my property. I came across a old box that I had no idea what was in it. I opened up the box and it was full of Matchbox and Hot Wheels toys, cars in it. All right. So here is a Survivor. It's still kind of wet because, like I said earlier today, he was pretty grungy. So I actually took him to a water hose and hosed it down. So I can still kind of feel water coming out of it. But all the torture I put this through in my youth, honestly, I'm surprised it's in this good of condition. 1978. All right. So now he's going to fly away to someplace safe, and I'm going to bring in the last, not the last toy for tonight, but the last Star Wars toy, equally as impressive as this guy. So he's going to be, I'm going to set him right there. All right. This guy. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. There it is. All right. Here we go. Equally impressive. A Survivor. And I want to say I found. Is this it? No, this is not it. I thought I found the battery cover for this guy, but no. Oh, hello, Wes Cagle. You had one of those as a kid, had the TIE Fighter as well. Does the sound button still work? I don't know. I have not tried the X-Wing. It might still function. I may wait for the X-Wing to dry out more before I try putting any batteries in it. All right. So now I'm going to see these pop off. I know these pop off because they were actually off in the storage shed. All right. The plastic has that nice plastic patina to it. If plastic can get a patina. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. I see quite a few people in chat and a few more people viewing me. Thank you all for joining me tonight. This is one of my nostalgia-driven live streams. My Monday shows are quickly becoming really random. No rhyme, no reason, just whatever. I'm trying to maybe think of something interesting to talk about on my Wednesday night live stream. My Saturday afternoon show that I've just started, I'm really kind of enjoying. All things comic books. Do I have the TIE Fighter pilot as well? Yes, I might, maybe. I actually have somewhere over in my den right behind me a Darth Vader action figure case that I've got a lot of action figures in. That will probably be a future nostalgia live stream where I open up the Darth Vader action figure case, and go through what action figures I have from that period of time. Oh, Lemon Pie says you had that figure case. Cool. All right, I can see a little bit of corrosion right here. This is, I guess that's typical for this very thin brass plating. I do not have the little doodad right there because it looks like two AA batteries, and then the little springy guy that goes there. And this probably be the sort of thing where I have to go on eBay and find a replacement battery cover. Okay. Is this going to open up? I know these opened up, but yeah, it happens when you put it away with the battery still in it. Yep, battery corrosion and whatnot. I want to say these buttons are supposed to be up because when I'm trying to open up the canopy, I'm having to reach in and push these guys aside so I can actually open it up. Yeah, I have to reach in and open it up that way. So whatever spring mechanism that makes these buttons go up, it's probably flat by now. Then this guy lifts up. And your action figure sits in there. It goes back down. Much like that notion I had about repainting the X-Wing and mixing Babylon 5 with Star Wars, I thought about doing that to this X-Wing and making it a Psy-Core X-Wing, as if a Psy-Core TIE Fighter. Like if what it should be like I don't know like a what if Marvel what if comic book series, like what if Star Wars and Babylon 5 were in the same universe and Psy-Core had a TIE fighter. Of course they'd be painted black with the black Omega symbol on it. That was just some crazy notion I had pop in my head earlier today when I thought, well, what do I do with these guys? Do I leave them be, or do I kind of refurbish them, brighten up the plastic again? Incredibly, I do have some of the decals that go on these. I just didn't bring them out to show tonight. It's the sort of thing that I'm honestly surprised that I still have the paper decals. They've lost their little stickiness, so they just flaked right off. But it does look better getting the dirt and grime off of it. How's everybody doing in chat? I'm guessing if you're in a Gen Xer in a certain age group, you might have had similar toys. Anybody out there in chat have any of your leftover or any of your toys from your childhood? I kind of like to think that we nerds like to collect stuff, but then I also had the realization that I'm also a pack rat, so I kind of keep everything. Well, most everything. I don't have everything from my childhood, but I have quite a bit. It is crazy how plastic can weather and change color. And very much like the X-Wing, I like the little detail on the plastic. I kind of think that if these toys were manufactured today, they would not have this level of detail in them. The little lines, the little things in them, the little gears. It looks like plating, what have you. All right, so that's good. Plastic feels a lot better than that Optimus Prime Transformer toy I had. This feels like a really strong, stout plastic, which is probably one of the reasons why these toys stay on the test of time. It's just kind of funny how one type of plastic yellows and the other type stays white. I'm trying to work this in there. I guess I should have grabbed some Q-tips, but oh well. Lemon Pie says you had them as a kid, but now you don't have them. You still don't. You don't have them still. Oh, that's unfortunate. There are a lot of toys I've lost from my childhood till now. But that's also been a great many decades. And it sounds like my kitty cats have finally fallen asleep because woof. Made the bad joke earlier of how are house cats like xenomorphs from Aliens? They mostly come out at night. Mostly. Oh, this has got some dirt on it. Time for another handy wipe. Yeah, for anybody who wasn't around earlier on, I am using baby wipes. I don't know if it really matters or not, but the packaging says fragrance free with aloe and vitamin E. So, yeah, aloe and vitamin E fragrance free baby wipes. As I was looking around for something to clean toys with in my local grocery store, and I figured, well, if it's safe for babies, it should be safe for plastic. Yeah, that's getting the dirt and grime right off. I may end up checking out some restoration videos. I've seen a couple of videos where people have restored these back to what they looked like when they were new. So I may end up doing that. Getting the new decals, getting replacement decals, replacement bits and pieces. I have no idea how you could safely restore the plastic. I would be afraid to put anything like bleach on it because it's no telling what the bleach would do to the plastic. Or I could just leave it as is and say, oh, it's a survivor. It's like a classic muscle car from the muscle car era that has never been driven. It's been garaged for decades. The original window stickers and paint still has that new muscle car smell to it. So I could just kind of do that. I could just leave it as is. But I do kind of want to do something with them. I don't know. I go back and forth on that. All right, now to. Okay, so looking inside that, you can kind of see the little spring mechanism, which is kind of odd. This bit goes in like that. I don't know if there's like a little release where you hit a button and the wings fly off. And then this guy, thusly. Ah. So there he is, TIE Fighter, cleaned up. In all its glory. I'd go a step further and kind of separate the flat wing panels from the little pieces here, but I'm afraid of breaking the plastic, so I'm just going to leave them intact. If I can do it safely later on, I may take them apart and kind of clean them further. But that may be when I get to the point where I want to do something with these, like if I want to try restoring them, making them look like they did when they were first new. The tricky bit is this piece right here, because I seem to remember this guy being clear, maybe, unless it was just always this yellow looking. That's still neat though. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So X-Wing, TIE Fighter. Oh, and if I can take him off his stand. Little Millennium Falcon. So not to scale, of course, but this guy is a completely different toy. This is a Millennium Falcon that sits on this little stand here. I forget where I got this guy from. It was not a Happy Meal, but something similar to that, I think. Fast food, what have you. I don't know. I can't quite remember. So yeah. X-Wing, TIE Fighter, Falcon. And now, the very last toy for tonight. Now that I'm gone well past the hour and a half mark, pushing 2 hours. This guy right here. I have absolutely no idea what this is or what it was related to. I want to say Micronauts. It is an odd one. And very, very dirty. The little canopy opens up, and then you got a spot for a action figure to sit in there. You push this and the wings flap. The tail section comes off, as does the little compartment for this guy. These are broken, obviously. This has seen some use as well. Oops, the wings come off. Oh well. So looking this over earlier today, and there is nothing identifying it. So the feet or the legs do this position, and then they open up to where it can be sitting like that. And there goes the other wing. I forgot the name of this. Oh, here's something. Mego Corporation, 1979, made in Hong Kong. Oh, and this bit goes through there, and that goes through there. So it's like a little landing gear wheel. This is strange. If this is not Micronauts, I have no idea what this is. So I guess landing gear and legs go up in the up position, and then when it's sitting down, these plop out, and then this plops out, and it's able to sit like that. It is one of the odder things I have. I honestly cannot remember what this is or where it came from. I will search it, for, of course, later on because I don't want to search right now. Again, dirt, grime. Cleaning these little wings up. I thought that was some writing, but it looks like a little part number right there. So this is one of those peculiar toys you have absolutely no idea. Oh, lemon pie. That's it. That triggered a memory. Micronauts Hornetroid. That's it. Yes. Ah, yes. Memories come back now. Hornetroid. I do have this. I have a lot of other Micronauts toys, but I believe those will be for a future live stream. Some future Monday night live stream. I'll go over the Micronauts toys I have or still have. Because I seem to remember a little bit of plastic right here, kind of red translucent plastic bit that came up with a little fin. Looked like a little stinger or something. Also, the sort of thing that I'm genuinely surprised these have stayed intact as long as they have. Well, not fully intact because I kind of broken right there, and I can't remember if there was something. How did that go? That went, yeah, right there. I want to say there was like a little cover right here with a little button that you pushed the button and it would make those flap. Again, the sort of thing where I could have to go to eBay to see if I can find replacement parts. Or there might be a dedicated website for replacement parts or what have you. Let's see. Pushing 1 a.m., getting close to 1 a.m. my time. So I do believe I'm going to end it right here and clean this guy up tomorrow. Well, later today, sometime. All right, so I'm going to set him aside. Going to have this guy right there. And then this guy, once I reposition my microphone, there we go. Well, this has been fun. If you guys catch this later on, I want to thank you all for sticking through this, checking out this live stream. Let's see. I cannot leave without saying hi to everybody who showed up. Let's see. Lemon pie. Hello. Dad man walking. Wes Cagle. Thank you all for hanging out a bit, catching this live stream. I hope it's been entertaining. I can feel myself starting to drag, so my insomnia is catching up with me. That won't stay closed all the way. Oh well. Well, I'll make a determination on what to do with my Star Wars toys later on. I believe I may go the restoration route and see if I can get them back to their former glory. Because this guy does need a canopy here. And I do want to do something with the discoloring plastic. Looks pretty easy to disassemble, clean up, check the little wiring for the button and see if it works or not. But this has been pretty fun. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight, whether live, lurking. Oops. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing here. That's what I want to do. Which button do I push? Okay. Let's see. What am I doing later on in the week? Well, I'm all usually on Comic Relief Crusaders Tuesday shows and his Friday shows, hanging out there. I have no idea what my topics will be for Wednesday night, for my Wednesday night live stream. Probably just some news and views and commentary. And then my Saturday comic book live stream, Saturday afternoons at 2. I'll be doing something comic book related. The subject for my upcoming Saturday might be gimmick covers of the 90s, because I was looking through some of my comic book collection, trying to sort things, rebag some things, and I've found even more gimmick covers from the early 90s. So that's going to be a pretty fun live stream. So, as always, I want to thank you all for joining me. Until next time, everyone, later.